my pleasure to introduce to you none other than Joanna Demarest.
Thank you, Mike. Well, today I'm going to tell you a tale that's actually, it's an English version of a tale that you might know called The Frog Prince. The princess was so excited. Her father, the king, had just given her the most beautiful golden ball. Oh, it sparkled and it shined. She decided to go out into the garden, and she was taking it and she started to toss it between hand to hand. And oh, it was so beautiful. She started to toss it higher and higher, and the sun glinted off of it. And she tossed it up, and oh, she lost sight of it and it fell. Oh no, it fell right into the wellspring. Oh, alas, what am I going to do? My golden ball has fallen in the well, and it's too deep for me to get it. Oh, I would give all of my gold, jewels, and my fine clothes to have my ball back. Oh, what am I going to do? And just at that moment, a frog hopped up out of the wellspring. Fair maiden, is there something that I might be able to do for you? Oh, what a nasty frog! Oh, well, I dropped my ball into the spring, and, well, I give all my fine jewels and clothes to have it back. The Frog Prince turned to the princess and said, Fair maiden, I will be happy to go down and get your ball, but I do not want your jewels or clothes. But if you will make me a promise that I can come and live with you, you will love me, I will eat from your golden plate, and I will sleep on your pillow, then I will go down and get your ball. What nonsense, thought the princess, a talking frog? Well, he probably can go down and get my ball for me, and he's a frog. I could promise him anything and it would be just fine. So, okay, yes, please go down and I'll do whatever. So the frog went back down into the spring, dove all the way down, grabbed the ball in his mouth, and he came up to the top and he spit it out upon the ground. Oh, my ball! She picked it up and she rubbed it in her skirts. Oh, it's just as beautiful as it was before. Oh, my golden ball. And the princess turned to walk away. The frog, excuse me, fair maid, you made me a promise. Oh, my ball's so beautiful. And the princess walked away, went home, and totally forgot about the frog. Well, come dinner time, she was sitting with her family at dinner, and there came this strange noise coming up the steps. And all of a sudden there was a small tap upon the door. Come, fair maiden, come open the door. Come open the door, for your true love is here. Oh, the princess jumped up from the table and she ran over and she opened up the door. Oh, what are you doing here? She was frightened. She really didn't know what to do. And the frog turned to her and she said, Fair maiden, you made me a promise that if I helped you, you would... Oh, no! And she slammed the door and ran back to the table and sat down. Her father, the king, turned to her and said, My dear daughter, who was at the door? No one. I'm sorry, I heard you talking with someone at the door. Who was there? Well, the princess had no choice but to relate to her father everything that had happened that afternoon. Well, you see, I dropped my ball in the wellspring, and there was this frog, and he made me make a promise that he could come here. If you made a promise, then you need to keep it. You need to go and open up that door. And there came again that knock at the door. Come, open the door, my princess dear. Come, open the door, for your true love is here. Oh, okay. The princess went over and she opened up the door. Okay, I guess come on in. And the frog hopped over to the table. And he turned to the princess. He said, Put me up beside you. Okay. She put the frog on the table. Now, push your plate over closer to me so I can eat. Ew! And she pushed her plate over so the frog could eat from it. Well, after they had eaten all that they could and they were satisfied, then the frog said, "Now take me up and lie me upon your pillow, and we shall sleep there tonight." "Daddy, do I have to?" "You made a promise." "Okay." So she took the frog up and laid it upon her pillow, and there they slept that night. But in the morning, the frog got up, hopped off the bed, hopped down, and hopped all the way back out of the castle. "Thank goodness that's over," thought the princess. And she totally forgot about the frog for the rest of the day. But then, that night, at dinner time, there came that same noise coming up the steps. There came that same knock upon the door. "Come open the door, my princess dear, come open the door so your true love is here." "Do I have to, Daddy?" "Yes." "Okay." And she went to the door, she opened the door, the frog came in, the frog ate from her plate again, he slept upon her pillow that night, and the next morning again, he went out the door. The third night, the same thing happened all over again. But that morning when she woke up, standing at the foot of her bed was the most handsome prince she had ever seen in all her life. His eyes were amazing. And the prince turned to her and told her that there was a malicious fairy that had cursed him and turned him into a frog and said that he had to sleep upon the pillow of a princess for 3 nights before the curse would be released. "Fair maiden, you have done this for me," said the prince. "And now I have only but to take you to my kingdom, to my father's kingdom, and we will be wed and we will live happily ever after." Well, the princess, seeing a good deal when she saw it, said, "Oh, yes, absolutely." And as soon as she agreed, well, there arrived out in front of the castle a huge carriage with 8 beautiful white horses with plumes and golden harnesses. And there was Henry. He was the servant of the prince who had been waiting all this time, waiting for his sire's release. And the prince and the princess went out. They got into the coach, and off they went, off to the princess' kingdom. And there they were wed, and there they did live happily ever after. Thank you.